Good morning, everybody. Hope you are all off to a great start to the second half of the first week of this new year. Um, I'm I was tired this morning. It started to hit me today. Like waking up earlier, getting my shit done in the morning. Not gonna lie, I was like, oh, and I woke up 15 minutes later than I did the last couple of days, and I didn't panic, but I did have to adjust and be flexible. So there's a lesson in that, and that's not the lesson I'm going to talk about today. It's actually just being perceptive to the things that we put into our mind and putting them together to formulate a perspective that can change the outlook and the trajectory of where we're going. And what I mean by that is I actually got in the ice, I meditated, I went and I read an email that I wasn't supposed to read mentally. Like I didn't want to go start scrolling through emails, but I did. And then I went and I had some conversations with some new followers on social media this morning while I was riding the bike. So, the reason why I bring up that email little tidbit is because in the email, it was an email about Seneca and how Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, typically would have everything to say about other people. And that's the thing about him. Like he would write about his opinion and perspective and teach on what he saw through other people, but there is little to no, I believe, zero writing on his perspective and thought process personally about how he sees himself and handles things through his eyes. And what I pulled from that was we as people have a really easier time speaking about someone else on a different topic, giving our opinions. But when it comes to looking in the mirror, it's one of the most challenging things that we as humans will have to do. I challenge you to look in the mirror and stare at yourself, right? Even do it naked and see how it is that you feel about yourself, but don't look away. Look at yourself the entire time, and it's going to make you uncomfortable. Now, how do you handle things? Do you see as clearly how you see yourself and think about different topics in your day to day, from your health to your finances, your career, your family, your relationships, how you handle tough conversations, how you handle things when nobody else is watching? Do you have an easy time dissecting and putting detail in the matter when it comes to you versus you? Or is it easier for you to proclaim and exclaim on how you see other people handling certain situations? The reason why I bring that up is because if that caused you a little bit of uncertainty or uneasiness in listening to me talk about me asking you to look at yourself in the mirror and dig deep into what you have to deal with for your own issues to find your own solutions, that might bring up this thing called panic. Now, panic is this inability to actually make a decision on a certain situation. It causes us to act in a way that we wouldn't normally act. I bring it up because this led to a meditation that I did this morning, which was about grounding. And I've heard about grounding, and Lacey practices grounding, and she walks around with her shoes off outside, and becomes one with the ground. It's something that she appreciates doing, and I didn't really understand it. But through this meditation, I began to understand it a little bit more, because it wasn't about just being outside in the grass with your shoes off. It was about actually understanding, if you take a tree, right? And understanding that this tree is rooted in the ground. And being rooted in the ground, it's pulling nutrients, minerals, life from the earth. And at its base, it's solid, it's structured, it's secure in who it is and what it does, pulling nutrients and growing, pulling nutrients and growing, being very strong on the bottom. But if you take a tree like a palm tree, for instance, right, it's extremely flexible on top. It's meant to withstand the winds and nature and the chaos that's happening around it. And I took the email that I read and I took the meditation that I did and I thought about myself. And I thought, if I can be grounded in this 10-minute meditation and see that all of these things, this chaotic mess, all these fires I have to put out, the situations I have to handle personally, professionally, every single day happen, but I'm still here. I still have the ability to stand tall. I have the ability to look at all of these things and realize that I'm going to be okay. What that's going to do is allow me to continue moving forward. But none of that happens if we don't look inward. So I challenge you to look inward today. Coming on this, like I said, the first day, the second half of the first week of a new year, are you grounded with the decisions you've made to move yourself forward? Are you educated in the things that you need to know to move yourself in a direction? Are you able to be flexible with the chaos of the day that you cannot control, things that are happening outside of who you are in here, and are able to continue to learn and grow and be rooted with who you want to be and grow? I like to look at it as I get to be unapologetically me when I know who I am. If you know who you are, if you know what you want, great. But if you are unknowing, are you willing to learn? Know or learn, right? Are we moving forward in a direction by pulling information into our lives to better understand who we are, to become more grounded so that when we are more grounded and rooted with the life that we're trying to live, that we can be flexible when the chaos starts to happen, when the storms come, because they are going to come. So with that in mind, I want to take you guys on a journey starting on Monday. We're going on a 6-week challenge, right? 6 weeks is not a long time. It's not an 8-week challenge. It's not a 90-day challenge. It's a 6-week challenge. And in this challenge, I want you to set goals for the end of the 6-week period. And based on those goals, like physically, weight loss, fat loss, muscle gain, I want to set you up for success. We have all of the documents, all of the information from meal plans, eating out guides, eating out scripts, so you know exactly what to say, at-home workouts, in-gym workouts, no equipment workouts, calls on mindset, webinars on nutrition, calls on lifestyle, daily motivation, all of these things for you to obtain, to secure, to learn, so you can better look at yourself in the mirror and become grounded in who it is you are, rooted in the idea that you're going to a place while staying exactly right here. Weird, right? You're staying rooted with where you want to be, handling the chaos, putting out the fires, going through the storms of life, being flexible because you know that you're pulling the nutrients in from the ground. You know that this is going to help you stay secure because you have an ability to see where it is you want to go. And you're doing the work every single day. So I invite you to come on this journey with us. The challenge starts at free. And what I mean by that is you can just do it. We have our mini challenges. You get to be a part of a community surrounded by people who are looking to elevate their lives. When you do that, you can win. If you want to invest, you can put money down. And look, I'm going to set up a goal with you. And if you hit your goal, I'm going to give you your money back at the end of the challenge. And that's how that works. So you got to bet on yourself. So I would challenge you to look at yourself and ask yourself, are you ready to make moves and see some changes, get educated, and move yourself in a direction where you can grow to be the tallest tree that you can possibly be in your life? So I'll leave you with that. Have an amazing Thursday. If you need me, you can always DM me, message me on Facebook, email me, kavin@hiddensummitgroup.com. We're starting this challenge with or without you on Monday, but I seriously hope you join. Even if you just join for free and you take part in the mini challenges and you get our full body flex plan, our shred guide, I want to give you that so you can get going, get moving, get grooving, and have an amazing 6 weeks. Have a great Thursday, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.